We begin with the high-octane electoral battle in France that is now concluded with a dramatic twist leaving the country in a political deadlock. Marine Le Pen's far-right national rally was set to stage what it hoped would be a victorious coming-out party. It would have been the first time the far-right would have entered government in France since World War II. But as the numbers from the France's parliamentary election results trickled in, the mood at the party turned 180 degrees. A week ago, all talks had been of a possible absolute majority for the far right. But after the second round of voting, the national rally has been beaten into third place with 143 seats. Le Pen and her young prime minister-in-waiting Jordan Bardella, who were seen to be on a course for victory, suffered a massive setback. But keeping spirits high, Le Pen said the party's victory had merely been delayed.
The quagmire that I warned about has of course come true. France will be totally blocked with three groups that have more or less the same influence in the National Assembly. Well, we're going towards that, it's sad. We're losing one more year of unregulated immigration, one more year of losing purchasing power, one more year of a blowing up of insecurity in our country. But if we need to go through that, then we'll go through that.
By deciding to deliberately paralyze our institutions, Emmanuel Macron has not pushed the country towards uncertainty and instability. As a result, he has deprived the French people of any response to their day-to-day difficulties for many months to come.
Now the left-wing alliance, the New Popular Front, or the NPF, emerged as the biggest force. The surge of the left came as a surprise to many, as it won 182 seats in the parliament but failed to win an outright majority. Still, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, the left-wing controversial leader, has proclaimed victory. President Emmanuel Macron's Centrists came second with 163 seats.
Now the will of the people must be strictly respected. From now on, no tricks, backroom deals, nor combinations would be acceptable. The lesson to be taken from the vote is definitive. The defeat of the president and his coalition has been confirmed with clarity. The president has the power. The president has the duty to call on the New Popular Front to govern. It is ready. The New Popular Front will respect the mandate according to the votes cast for its candidates.
Now, while left supporters rallied and cheered in Paris after the NPF pulled off an upset, some protesters clashed with the riot police. Now, Prime Minister Gabriel Attal has handed in his resignation to the president, but he said he could stay in place for a short term while a new government was being formed. Jockeying for the position of prime minister began almost immediately, but so far there's no clear candidate.
I know that in light of the results tonight, many French people feel a form of uncertainty over the future because no absolute majority has come out of it. Our country is experiencing an unprecedented political situation and is preparing to welcome the world for the Olympics in a couple of weeks. That said, I will of course do my duties as long as it's needed. It cannot be otherwise on the eve of a date that is so important for our country.
President Macron had called these elections 3 years ahead of schedule in a bid to reshape France's political landscape. However, for now, the only outcome of this election has been gridlock, and it has left the European power in greater uncertainty with no party in the majority in the 577-seat parliament. France traditionally has no political culture of forming coalitions like Germany or Italy. And analysts say there could be two main scenarios that in fact play out. The first could be a minority government led by the left wing in which the president and prime minister come from rival camps. The second scenario could see Macron's centrist alliance and the Republicans form a coalition minority government. But this could be very unpopular and may trigger protests because Emmanuel Macron's party has clearly lost the parliamentary election. In fact, several party heavyweights lobbied for Macron to stay away from the campaign as they believe he'd worn out his welcome. And this major political setback for Macron comes as he heads to Washington for a crucial NATO summit. And with no clear path forward, Macron certainly stands weakened both at home and abroad.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree. One tree for humanity. One tree for Mother Earth. One tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.